Welcome back. Today we join a craftsman turning raw buffalo horn and salvaged steel into a functional masterpiece. Using little more than basic tools and absolute precision, he begins by fitting a solid brass bolster to the handle's leading edge. This brass collar serves a vital structural purpose, absorbing the shear forces that would otherwise split the natural horn during heavy use. By sawing the bar stock down to size and tapping it into a friction fit, he creates a seamless mechanical transition. Horn is a resilient material, but it requires careful sanding to bring the organic surface flush with the metal. A handheld sander removes the high spots, ensuring the transition between brass and horn feels like a single, uninterrupted piece. The tolerances here must be exact. A thin layer of structural adhesive locks the components together permanently. Any excess must be scraped away immediately before the resin can cure and ruin the finish. With the bolster secured, the craftsman clamps the handle in a vise to trim the final overhang. Cutting natural horn releases a distinct, heavy scent, a lingering reminder of the material's organic origin. Once the structural shaping is complete, a polishing wheel brings the surface up to a high shine. The friction heat from the buffing pad slightly melts the outermost layer of the horn, naturally sealing the microscopic pores. The brass and horn now share a smooth, continuous curve. Attention now shifts to the secondary wooden handle structure. Using a bench vise and a circular saw, he trims the dense hardwood block to match the curvature of the horn. Matching the grain direction across different materials is crucial for both stability and visual flow. Hardwoods provide excellent shock absorption, making them an ideal pairing for the rigid brass and horn assembly. Every cut is deliberate, bringing the secondary components into perfect alignment. With the handle components prepped, the forge is brought up to working temperature. The craftsman buries the raw steel deep in the coal bed, allowing it to soak in the intense heat. Steel must reach a critical temperature, glowing a bright cherry red, before its crystalline structure becomes malleable enough to bend. Working too cold risks introducing microfractures into the spine. Securing the glowing metal in a vise, he uses a lever bar to apply massive, controlled torque. The mechanical advantage forces the thick steel to follow the intended downward curve of the blade. Once cooled and roughly ground, the raw forging reveals its final, aggressive profile. An electric hand planer makes quick work of the rough wooden block, bringing it down to a workable thickness. The spinning blades shave away material millimeter by millimeter, ensuring a perfectly flat mating surface. If the wood does not sit flush against the steel tang, the resulting void will create a structural weak point. He continuously checks the fit against the curved blade, adjusting the contour for an ergonomic grip. To securely house the steel, a deep channel must be hollowed out. He secures the wood in a vise and uses a power router to mill a precise groove. The router bit excavates the hardwood cleanly, leaving a channel exactly as wide as the blade's spine. A pilot hole is drilled through the wood, preparing the assembly for a mechanical pin. Pins provide shear strength, ensuring the blade can never pull out of the handle under heavy leverage. He floods the routed channel with adhesive and seats the steel tang deep inside. A heavy metal clamp provides constant, even pressure across the joint while the resin cures. Without firm clamping, microscopic air bubbles can expand and compromise the bond. Once the glue sets, the final shaping begins. Power planers and hand files are used in tandem to shave away the square edges. The goal is to blend the steel, wood, and horn into a single, seamless, ergonomic profile. The shape is refined until it fits the hand naturally. Hours later, the final buffing compound reveals a flawless mirror finish. What began as raw horn and scrap steel is now a highly functional, precision-crafted tool. Every seamless joint and polished edge proves that resilience is built by hand. True craft speaks for itself.